Now, if there's one man of the match in this election, really, it's the Election Commissioner. We're joined now by the Chief Election Commissioner, Dr. Nasim Zaidi. Dr. Nasim Zaidi, thank you very much for joining us. Really, I think we've traveled a lot in Bihar and we're just bowled over by the organization, the lack of any violence, the way you've controlled this election. It really makes us proud. God bless you, and your electronic voting machines are working. I remember the time when you used to have ballot papers and people could go and capture a booth, get all the ballot papers, stamp them, and I'm talking about Bihar. Stamp them, stuff them in the box, go to the next booth. But now your electronic voting machines take one vote every 90 seconds, so you can't take it and just keep tapping and go to the next booth. It really has made a huge difference. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Very good morning, Pranay Roy.
Good morning, sir. So just tell me, in terms of the turnout, that's the one area which actually is about the same as 2014. A lot of women has turned out, almost 60%, men 55%, but we have noticed that the registration of women is much lower than men. Women voters are much fewer, partly to do with the sex ratio, which is about 1,000 to 930, so there are fewer women. But even then, the registration of women is about 5–7% lower than men. So the turnout of women looks higher than it actually is. How to improve the registration of women voters?
Yes, actually Bihar is traditionally known for higher women turnout actually.
Right.
And on account of their social and political awareness. And therefore, one of our challenges was how to increase the enrollment of women on our electoral roll. Right. And therefore, we started our planning 6 months ahead in April, and we launched a very comprehensive program to enhance the enrollment of women. Actually, if you compare data of 2010 with 2015,
yes,
you will notice that comparatively 50 lakh more women have been brought on the electoral roll.
I see.
And
50 lakh more.
50 lakh more. You know, if I recall correctly, the number of women on our electoral roll in 2010 was something like 1.4 crore. But now in 2015 roll, we had about 1.9 crore women on our electoral roll. So which means additionally 50 lakh women have been brought on our roll. And this has been possible.
I must say, because of
yes.
the arrangements you made, when we traveled around, we went to many polling booths, the line of women voters extended, you know, what 50 yards, 100 yards, very orderly,
yes.
very, the strong faith that this is a secret ballot is really now embedded
yes.
in the electorate, and they don't mind being seen lined up. They go, they vote for who they want and walk out quite without fear. It's a huge change from 20 years ago. Many congratulations. But there were challenges,
Thank
right?
you very much.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, yes. Actually, having enrolled 50 lakh more women on our electoral roll in 2015, it was a bigger challenge to spread our information, to spread our awareness, and to get them to the polling stations. So I would like to share with you that this year, in 2015 compared with 2010, we have been able to bring 50 lakh additional women to the voting places, and which is again a remarkable achievement of our machinery.
Right. I must say, because of the faith in the secrecy of the
yes.
ballot, a young researcher from Holland, a Bengali boy actually, who was spending 6 months doing a PhD on the Bihar elections, said there was one phrase which everybody used, all voters, men, women of any caste, especially the scheduled caste, because there's a lot of talk that people are given money, they're given booze, but because they believe in the secret ballot, they say, khao piyo noch ke, vote karo soch ke. So the Bihar election. So was it a challenge to stop the cowing and POing?
No, I would also like to add one more fact to your, for the sake of your viewers, that this time due to our outstanding law and order and security arrangements, we had created a very, very secured environment in across the state, and as a result of which our central police forces were present in almost all vulnerable locations, in all localities. They area dominated, they conducted flag marches. So women in particular were very, very enthused and very, very secured, and therefore they turned up in very, very large number to polling stations. And your second question regarding Khao Pio Mahal, I would like to say that this year Election Commission made again outstanding arrangements to curb the abuse of money to a very, very large extent. I would say we have made a very, very significant and very, very historic dent into the abuse of money and distribution of liquor.
I think you found some dollars also, right? I don't know what dollars.
Yes, we found a lot of foreign currency, lot of foreign fake currency, lot of Indian fake currency. And if I tell you the data, it is quite noticeable in the sense that while in 2010 the commission was able to seize only 35 lakh rupees, but this year our total seizure is and the unaccounted money that was also detected through Hawala operations and the work done by the income tax authorities was also exceeding 50 crores. So while it can be said that there was a environment of trying to induce voters, but I would say that the commission has been able to stop it to a large extent.
Dr. Zaidi, may I ask a couple of questions? First is that the first phase of the election began on the 6th of October. Many parties had already nominated all their candidates about 2 or 3 weeks earlier. Your notification another 2 or 3 weeks earlier. This entire phase, money started being spent in the end of September to middle of November. I mean, why should campaigns be this long? I can understand the point of view of security, but look at the amount of money that's being spent. That means the smaller parties always get it in the neck. More important, some years ago, the Election Commission decided, unlike in parliamentary democracies like Britain, that the spend of the party would not count, which means against the big boys versus the small boys. Why? I mean, why can't we control elections better? And you're saying 50 crores. I would submit to you, sir, I had made an estimate for Andhra in 2009. On that basis estimate, I would say 3,000 to 4,000 crores of black money has gone into this election, at least. I think, this 50 crores, 100 crores, I think it's all loose change. You're lucky to get it. I wouldn't mind having a part of it, but I think it's small money. It really is very small money that we catch. Most of it is distributed. Elections must be shorter. It's too long.
Actually, the planning of the election is such, the period when the term of the assembly is ending and the coinciding of various festivals and as you rightly mentioned, the preservation of the conducive environment, preservation of the security environment, ensuring that the elections are conducted in fair and free environment where our voters are able to come out of their houses in a secured environment. A large number of factors go into the making of the election schedule, but probably going forward we can always look at how we can shorten the campaign period and how we can bring about further changes in so-called abuse of money. I can take that point positively.
Capturing like we used to in the old days. There are no cancellations. I think things are much safer, better. We must shorten the period.
Oh yes, this election in Bihar was, as you rightly mentioned, is historical in the sense that it was violence-free. There was no death, there was no violence, and there was no bloodshed.
Wonderful.
In the sense that the election was so clean that there was hardly any irregularity, and we had only 2 repolls done in the entire election phase, and that too was on account of human error, where 2 of our presiding officers out of 65,000 presiding officers forgot to erase the mock poll data, and therefore I would say that the election was conducted in the best possible procedural manners.
Right, sir. Mr. Sheshadri Chari wants a quick question for you.
From 2010,
Please.
to 2015, the total number of voters have gone up by almost 2 crores. What is the role of the political parties in this? Is it only the Election Commission which was enrolled?
I can't hear you. Can you please be louder?
Mr. Chari is saying actually that the number of voters have gone up by 2 crores since 2010. Is it only the Election Commission that's got this greater enrollment, or the political parties also got the electorate more involved and enrolled? Am I right? The question?
Yeah.
Is it a combined effort?
Actually, if you compare the data of 2010 with 2015, the additional number of voters that have come on our roll is about 1.2 crores. In 2010, we had 5.5 crore voters, and this time we had about 6.68 crores voters on our roll. So it is about 1.2 crores. And this additional number of voters that has come on our electoral roll is, I would attribute to the teamwork actually.
Right.
But basically this was on account of our flagship program, the Systematic Voters Education Program. We had encouraged political parties also to appoint their booth level agents.
Right.
And some of the political parties had appointed a large number of booth level agents who were also permitted to bring number of application forms not exceeding 10.
Right.
I would say it is the awareness and information available with the voter. So I would say everybody was involved in the entire process of bringing additional voters on the electoral roll.
Right, sir. Thank you very, very much. Many, many congratulations. This has been a remarkable election and a sea change from what it was a few years ago. Thank you very much.